Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Let me know if this is better. I was just like the whole time I've been gone, I'm like, how can I just delete this show? How can I delete it and start another one without losing people? Because I would. You hear me now? Great, great. I can't believe I talked that whole time. I hate that. Sorry. Well, okay. You all remember. Let me turn this down. Wow, I cannot believe I said all that and nobody heard me. I'm annoyed. Okay, bear with me. Okay, you all remember I've had camera trouble the last couple of times, like glitching and more. So I got a webcam, and ever since I've got that webcam, I've had problems, and I do not even like the picture that it gives. I don't like it. So, bummer. Anyway, hey everybody, welcome. Golly, I talked like what, 8 minutes, I think. The whole wow. So I guess you could just hear me. I didn't know anything until Jesus. Well, we're here now. Okay, wonderful. I don't want to waste any more time rambling. I feel like I wasted 10 minutes already. I'm making sure I didn't miss any other or new names. Who's this? Yanni's here. Anyone here thinking New Earth is closer than we think, that it will come much sooner than 2032? I don't know. I mean, what gives you the idea it's 2032? That's my question. But hey, it's good to see you. Is my mic still off? Somebody. Okay, I'm on the old comments. Good. We're good. Oh, man. That's going to bug me forever. Show number 3. It's going to bug me. Oh, Caroline, actually, you're perfectly on time. You missed a terrible part of the show. I talked for about 8 minutes before I realized nobody could hear me. It's like, that's kind of like a living nightmare. That's the stuff you have a bad dream about. How embarrassing. Yeah. Anyway, all right. It's all right. It's okay. But look at the picture. I mean, it doesn't look good, does it? No. Okay. I already know once it starts looking like this, it's all downhill. I'm thinking about turning the cam back on and double checking the mic. Give me a second, guys. Let me try to do that because I already know. If I can just do it right here.
think I fixed it. Tell me I fixed it. Somebody say, yes, it's working now. Say it. Somebody tell me it's working. Is that no? Yes? No? I don't know. Somebody, yeah, good. Okay. I was waiting. Oh, gosh. Darn it. Okay. I don't even remember what I changed on there, but I fixed it. I'm like, I'll try this. I'll try that. Actually, I found a little testing. I found a way to test it. I didn't think I need that because it worked fine last night. Why did it change with nobody touching it? Anyway, okay. Well, let's get the show started. Golly, you like the picture? It is, well, it's better than the blue gray what we just saw, but it is a wider angle. Like I don't like the wall showing right there. That bugs me. I gotta like change everything to make it work right. I'm so picky. I tell people that I really am. And I don't want to be difficult ever, but I just, you have you all know, you all have things. It's not just me. Okay. Well, let's pull up Facebook. Let's do that. I had it all set up. It was so perfect. I was like, please. All right. Wow. Yeah, I was not expecting trouble. All right. Got this popping up. Okay. Well, there we were. Okay, there we are. That's the cover picture. This is one of Jesus's pictures. I'll add. Throw that out there. Okay, here we go. Looky here. I made it our cover pic for our group on Facebook recently. Even though it's an older picture, let's zoom in on it too. No, let's make it bigger. Okay, that. Look at that, you guys. I mean, how round does it need to be believable? You know? Or do we just see round shapes in the sky like that? Look at that. That's the lead object right there. You can kind of also tell because you're seeing a trail going back behind it. Like, see how it's, okay, well, so let's get the drawing back where we can see it. Well, maybe. Let's go back out and come back in. This is my day for trouble. Anyway, you see the lead object and you see the angle back behind it. Okay, so it's just like the drawing. Like I said, when you couldn't hear me, but how accurate the drawings are, of course. This. Okay, I know. Everybody in this chat right now knows exactly already. They're like, yes, I've seen that before. No, I know better. It's like you can't get enough. You have seen it before, and it doesn't. Yeah, you just don't want to stop seeing it. Okay, back to Facebook. How did I get out of there like that? Tell you what. All right, I'm back over here, and y'all can see everything good. Yes. Who else is here? I gotta go run back and forth and look at the chat. Hey, it's Cat. I didn't say hi to Cat. It's a bad camera, probably. There's only like 1,000 on Amazon, and I read reviews, and it's a 4.7 2K. It's like 2 levels up better from what my laptop camera. You know. Anyway, you always hope it's gonna be decent. Hey, Rebrand is here. Hey, you missed all the excitement, Rebrand. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you missed it, actually. It's embarrassing. I had camera trouble. Hey, Spirit Girl is here. Wonderful. Good. Good to see you. I'm going to change one thing real quick. That background. Make it more soothing. Okay, there. You're never sure? Is that what you're talking about? My camera still? I don't know. Anyway, I'll just cross my fingers. Maybe it'll get better. All right, back to Facebook. There's my ad. All right. Well, who is this? Let's look at a few pictures. And this is Mel. I don't know Mel. I haven't come across that name before. I feel bad that there is a lot of people in the group. All right. Well, you already know. I mean, this whole side from at a slant, the slant, that whole side of the sky is planet, moon, asteroids, all the time. And it varies on which planets and moons you're seeing, but at all times. Okay, so that's the slant I'm talking about. And from there on over, let's go back and pull up one of Sam's drawings real quick, just so we can compare. All right, here's the left, here's that slant right there. You can't see it because it's on a different screen. Left of the sun. So what could it be? I wonder. Well, it's going to be Matem, Atu's moon, and Yuri. And that drawing, what else? It's kind of an old drawing, isn't it? Oh no, it's good. Anyway, you know me. Okay, so here what we have. Okay, is that Matem right here? I see a dark blue bulge. It looks round, and it's top left of the sun's right where it should be. Uh-huh. And so behind that is going to be Yuri. Atu's moon, I don't really see it so much in this, but what I do see there, the asteroids. See them? These little dark, and you can see the trails that they're making. I mean, it's more than just them. There's tons more, right? But those really stand out. Now this, I'm a little perplexed. It's unusual to see a cube that low, but who knows, right? I mean, I'm not, it's possible. It does look very square. And it's very low. I mean, okay, so a cube is down, if it is on the left side of the sun consistently, a square craft. I don't know. We'll have to ask Sam. I have not seen this picture until just now. And of course, asteroids here. This has got to be right there. I bet you, that could be Tan asteroid based on location. That's where it goes. And yeah. And this is a trail from asteroid. What is that? Oh no, where's Sam when you need him? I just kept thinking, I was like, I wonder if he's watching. He might be. Hey Sam, good, good. I was like, good to see you, but you're not here. Okay, which you might be. Look at that. What is that? Okay, but everything, like, see that band across the sky? Everything above that band is sky from another planet. Look at that. Look at all those little trails coming off of it. It's going that way. Hmm. What do y'all think? I'm just like wondering. Help. Yeah, yeah, do that. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Eventually the word will get out, that we're consistently here, at least every Sunday. And then I got a poll last night, and some people want me to do the midweek show in the evening, which is understandable, if they're not able to make it midday. So anyway, it's still being decided because I like an evening show idea, but then again, I kind of do. I don't know. If I've had a long day or something, it's like that's maybe not the best. We'll see. Okay, well, cool. Very hazy looking, Oops. I'd like to turn that off if I can find out how, but sorry. But this is that milky white. And you know how what I noticed is the beginning phases, like you're usually early mid morning when it's going to be a busy sky day. It's so prime, right? And then about what 1 or 2 o'clock, it whites out consistently for 2 or 3 hours. But if it decides to clear off before sunset, then it can be just phenomenal. But that's the series or phases I see it going through. slant right there. Everything above that slant, Fury and Matim and Atu's moon and asteroids. All the time. All the time. If you can remember that, then you already know what's on that part of the sky. And then back behind you, Atu. So at least for right now, I mean, it changes over time. It all definitely changes. What do we have here? Let's see a second. Pretty rainbow. But like behind that rainbow is Atu and Nephicity. You can tell by the sunlight, the sun's coming from the other direction. This is opposite. Wow, that's fancy. Wow, isn't that something? That is so pretty. Huh. Okay, well, like I said, behind the rainbow on your left, Atu and Nibiru, and on your right is where, no, let's see, how are you seeing it? Right, on your right, Atu and Nibiru, and on your left, Navicity, opposite of the suns. You just got kicked off. No way. At 6 a.m. DJ. Yes. How you know me well. You know that'd be a perfect time. 6 a.m. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's funny. Who else? I'm missing. I'm behind in the chat, really behind. Wow, Kat. That's cool to see. I'm glad I found that. Thank you. Let's see. I've been looking through my pictures. And I have to say, the drawings of the green asteroid are wow. Yeah, really? Okay. What is it about the green asteroid? Is it about what you're seeing in your pictures? Because you're saying the drawings. Or I'm just curious. Tell me more. Let's see. All right. Just scrolling back here, making sure I'm not overlooking something. Okay. Well, okay. I want to look at, let's see. Oh, Grace. Grace is here, right? She did check in earlier. Grace, oh no, I'm not Grace. Anne. Where did I get Grace from? No, no. I'm going to play a video because I didn't get to play it in time last night. It's usually in Germany, so it's late by the time it starts for us. So let me pull it up here. I told her, you know what? We're going to watch it today. So let's watch Anne's video. Make sure you're here, Anne. Tell me you're here before I start it. Oh, hey, Thunda is here. Thunda, yay! Oh, good. I'm all relaxed now. It's better. It's been an uptight show, Thunda. It has. It's been busy with problems. I talked for like 8 minutes and nobody heard a word I said. But I have a new camera and it has a mic of its own. So anyway, Anne is here. Sweet, cool. All right, hey Anne. Good, good, good. Let's play her video. Look at her pictures and talk about what Anne got. Hang on. Because she is excited. I can tell. I love it when I see a new member come in and they're just all pumped up and pictures every day. Cool. Look how yellow it is. I've been seeing that myself. Super yellow. Which Sam says that has a lot to do with Saru, directly above the suns. But there's also a yellow moon close by. So, but look at that slant. Our hand, it's like the slant planet and dark over there. Look how dark that is. Even still dark. had a sun flare tonight. She said, "Oh, wow. Okay. I want to see." I mean, no, wow. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Can I pause it? I can. See directly above the sun's how it's completely dark straight across the sky, you know? How can a planet just be right there? But that's what it is. That would be Saru. So it's consistently directly above the sun, flat across the sky at sunset. Not all the time. At this, just at sunset, I see it like that, usually, like afternoon and late evening. Sometimes during the middle of the day and morning, you don't even see it. It's like, I guess, too far behind I Saturn. The slant, that's Atu's moon, very signature, like cotton balls or something, little clouds. Atu's moon looks like, I think, based on those clouds. Interesting. That's obviously, not a cloud type that we're used to seeing. Let's just say that. We can agree on that, right? That's not normal looking for Earth to have a sky over that. Yeah, look at that streaking. I mean, it's something dragging across the atmosphere. Turn that down. Boy, it got loud all of a sudden. Look at that. Okay, let's pause there. You see on the right hand side how dark blue it is compared to the left hand side where the tree branch is, right? So that's your indicator, the darkness, there's a planet right there. See what I mean? How they just blend into our sky? I know you all know. You're like, yeah, we know. But I'm just like blown away with it all the time myself, you know? Because I see it and I know it's real, but it still blows my mind. It makes you like second guess yourself constantly. Like, that can't be. No, it's those drawings that have, done their duty as far as proving they're real. That little poofy clouds are indicative of what, well, it can be, um, I'm not sure which ones exactly you're talking about, but a lot of what you're poofy is asteroids, you know, related, like asteroids in front of the planet behind it. And yeah, definitely Atu's moon. Atu's moon and Atu and Uri are just like covered in asteroids. The whole left side of the sky is asteroids in front of planets all the time. Like that. Those are asteroids. Like you can just tell. Look, I mean, they're just going, you know, I don't know where they're going, but they're moving. And that's why the sky is dragged up like that. Look really closely. Too bad you can't see my cursor like in this scenario, but the right side of the sky also, it just has a very dark appearance and a kind of a lumpy, bumpy texture. You see, like there's no other reason the sky would just have a bumpy texture. Sam says that, that's I said him. Sam says it's volcanic planet, a volcanic type. And then this is the slant from the other direction. Okay. You see the slant. So on the right side of the sky would be, well, it can be Saru at a slant. And then, of course, I sat him. And up high in the top corner of this picture would be Yellow Moon territory. You can barely see it, really. If you look at the top right corner, and it's just a little kind of a ridge going across the top corner, it's darker than anything else. Yep. Yeah, that's easier to see if that's what, yeah. Of course, the slant. So you can tell they're layered, right? You see the bottom layer, and then you work your way up, and there's another streak, heavy, darker, heavier streak. That's isatum. Ceru, isatum. And if you work your way up, there's a, it does have another slant for yellow moon. Boy, that's just like the drawing. Hang on a second. Look, it's just like that right now. That's what she has as far as Ceru, isatum, yellow moon, and all of it. All of it. It's all there. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, lead object and green asteroid. It looks like the green asteroid could be near the top of that tree to the right, like down about this much and over. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but it's consistently to the right side of the sun, and it has been for quite a while. The sun was yellow in the 80s, Kat said. Right. I agree. I agree. Look at that. Yeah, I know. And it's so hot now. It's white hot, white hot. Like it stings your skin if you stand still for too long. Look at that. All the dragging. I'm wondering, okay, let's look at the drawing. Behind or under the suns, it's definitely from an asteroid. Let's look what this drawing is. Yeah, I was thinking spiral, just based on, under the sun in the drawing. And just based on that, and we know how accurate the drawings are, that, yeah, that would fit. That what we're seeing in Anne's picture is spiral asteroid related. So awesome. All the drag marks in the world. And then some. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Atsu's Moon and Yuri. Both, a little bit of both. It's just clouds. It's almost like you can see, of course, you see the little vertical finger marks, right? But then what is behind all that? You see a lump and like three rocks back in there. Does anybody else see that? I was looking at this the day I was making this. They're kind of like ghostly looking boulders. I don't know. Anyway, that just stood out to me. For sure, some asteroids, I would say. But they make a very peculiar looking effect in our sky, that's for sure. I was just thinking about these clouds and how, many videos I've seen of these particular looking clouds with their flat bottoms like that. So it's like, to me, it looks like a fleet. I'll have to show you all a video in a second and show you something. I mean, it stood out to me years ago, and it looks just like this on the Mexico webcams years ago. Thank you, Anne. I love your pictures. She's just getting started too. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Weren't they good? I'm looking forward to making more videos. Okay, well, let's fix this. Hopefully everything is still working properly. Hopefully. Okay, give me a second. Let me just look and see. If it's a hassle, then I just won't show it. But I think I think I know where it might be. I'm gonna check. As I mentioned last week, I had, worked on organizing my computer, and it's like there are things about it I do like better, and then there's things I don't like better. I don't know. I told you, sounds like I'm really hard to please, doesn't it? It's not like that, but all right. There's a lot of videos here. I didn't realize there's that many. I should label it better. Let me see if I could possibly. Well, bummer. I'll find it and show you guys. We did look at it on the show one day. So that's why I should have it, is what I'm saying. Not that I expect you to remember. You know what? I'll just go get it. We can go to YouTube and we'll see it. Let me connect myself. Because I would love to see what you think. Maybe it look like a fleet. Okay, we're in videos. Let's look. It's you know what? It's one I made. I can't remember when. We'll find out in a second. A long time ago, and it was back when I was making videos by watching the Mexico webcams. I would watch the whole sunset from start to finish, like 3 hours, and I would sit there and take screenshots on my cell phone every couple of seconds, and I would take hundreds of screenshots and then turn them into these videos. And that was the only way I could think of at the time to capture what I was seeing. That was similar. Let's look at this one a second. Let me turn the music down. Okay. Hopefully it's not really loud. We'll see. You can't hear it at all. This is not the one I'm going for, but I don't even know how old this is. It's pretty old. This is early. Oh, this is old school. But these clouds, okay, and I don't know. I see a similarity to what Anne captured. They look like they're just going all in formation. There's not much like a. I could see that being fleet, but that's not the one I'm thinking of yet. You'll see. There's I sat him right there. Like there's the yeah, and that's I sat him. Or I don't know. The planets have changed location since I've gotten more familiar with it. But you can see planet. We'll say that, and then planet. And that's what's causing the sunlight to flare out and bulge out because there's planets cutting into it, rotating. Yeah, wild. And this is why, as you can see, this is why they don't have Mexico webcams playing anymore. Like they don't. Or planet curve right there. They just cut that off because it was showing everything. It was great. Too dark to see in this picture. Planet. So yeah, obviously, hello. How could anybody, see something like that and still believe there's nothing like this happening? Okay, bear with me. I'm back in search for. It stood out to me, and that since I sat there and took hundreds of screenshots of it as I watched it, I remember it pretty well. You know, bear with me. I don't want to pass it, but I think it's still further down. Or 4 years ago now. It should be a little bit older. Hang on a second. Goodness sakes. All right, hang on. It's I do like this one. I like that one. Hang on. Maybe I'll show it to you in a second. One moment. I don't want to lose where I'm at. And I like this one a lot too. Oh boy. And this one's really good. Oh boy. All right. It's like memory lane. This one. This one. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you see those, look, all these flat bottoms, and they're all just like trucking along like they're on a highway. I don't know. Somebody tell me what that is. You're welcome, Anne. I just now saw your comment. You're welcome. Let's see. Skies above us, West Coast. Wow, really, really clear. It's it's clear here today, here, but it's been average. Nothing too exciting, but it's also been very hot, so I haven't missed a whole lot either. I've not gone out to take pictures, but look at all that happening above. See that moving? You can see an edge right there. Yeah, each one of those stops is a picture. Picture, 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 picture. It was like a labor of love. And I don't know, I made several like this. There's another, it was still shot. Same thing. What? Yeah, yeah, there's, I don't know, y'all. It could pass, and that's a strange one. Yeah. I didn't look to see what year. I think this is about 5 years ago, maybe. Look at that. We had 11,000 members, Carol Ann, at the time. This is back when we were just beginners. Oh, I have 2020, August 2020. That was the, wow, wow. Okay, neat. Isn't that cool? All right, let me show you one more, and then we'll go back to Facebook. I think it says I have like 800 and some odd videos. That's a lot. Um, this one is really, this one was just really exciting to like watch as it was happening, but I didn't know what I was seeing. But it's planet coming, or it turns really green, you'll see. It's Duplicity appearing above the suns. Look at that. Sunlight getting cut off. Planets, graphs. And see how green it's starting to get. Like Neficity hasn't been above the suns in several years now, like 2 or 3 maybe. Here comes build the suspension. Like here it comes. You see this round bulge? Yeah. Uh-huh. That was happening all the time, honestly, every evening, pretty much. Electricity, it makes this big arch in the sky. It still does that. Yuri does something like that too. Pretty cool. There it is again. Yay, T-Racy. See, we saw that all the time on the Mexico webcams. The sunlight doing that. And now the Mexico webcams play. Well, you already know they're playing cameras of intersections is when they show a lot. Intersections and smoldering volcanoes. So anyway, it's not near as exciting as it used to be at all. Oh man. Okay, let's scroll through here a little bit more, and then we'll move on to a different group. Let's see if I see anything else that's. Hey, let's look at some of Irene's pictures here. That's so little. How do I get it bigger? If I can. Yeah. Super uber cloudy. Wow. I mean, when the sky is looking, um, that heavily covered, there's just so many things nearby. Things as in planets and moons, and because they all have their own clouds. Wow. Yeah, that's exciting. She's surrounded. Right. And you especially see right there that dark, yeah, after moon, yellow moon. And I would bet that's the lead object. Let's look at just based on the location, that's where it belongs, and it's consistently in this vicinity. Okay. And then typically at a slant from here and here is the long box cube, aliens. So, just aliens. It's like, okay. Anyway, that's gotta be Uri, just because Uri goes from the ground all the way up. And whereas Atchu's moon is usually kind of rounded right there. See? Awesome, Irene. I love your pictures. Look at the Florida palm trees. That's so cool. Unlike anything I see in Oklahoma. Sorry, Carol Ann. I haven't seen your messages yet. I know she's messaging me. I'm like, what's she saying? Oh, hold please. Anyway, let's look at Ross Cromer's pictures. Well, off the bat, I see a big slant. I mean, we already know when the slant is this direction, it's left of the sun's. Usually. I mean, there are exceptions, okay? But left of the sun's is Uri. It's just kind of a process of elimination. Well, if it's in this location and it's that size, it's got to be Uri. And then, yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. I mean, that's the original, and it doesn't look like much until you put a little filter on there. I don't spend as much time filtering. Used to, I would just spend hours and hours taking my own pictures and filtering and looking at them, but not so much now. I'm just busy looking at other people's. Of course, look how turbulent that looks. That's asteroids. Just, yeah. But it's crazy how much it shows up. A slant. And we know this late in the day, it's always Saru at the bottom. Oh, here's Ice Atom. So Saru, here's Ice Atom. You see it now? And Yellow Moon right there, where it's the darkest. And wondering, lead object, like right there. I see something. It looks like, oh, right, you can't see anything without a filter on it. Like, wow, that's just the craziest part to me is how they can just be right there and they are just right there and you can't hardly see them, but they're like covered by their own clouds. People just think, I guess, I don't know what people think, but people, I'm thinking, imagine, all clouds are like, you wouldn't even think about it being another planet. I get that. We all been there, right? We all know. Shani in UK. Well, we see again, this is very similar to what we just saw. Straight across the sky is Saru, and then we have the slant for ISAT, and not to mention how red it is. You know, very, very cloudy. Wow. I'm ready to do that. Oh man. It has it all the way off, and then I click on it and it goes all right. I was thinking, you can tell, and look how blue, see how blue it is? This is, well, okay, I mean, my Tim is blue, but also there's a blue asteroid a lot to the right of the sun's. What? I say blue asteroid, and I mean, it looks like an asteroid is there. Oh my goodness. And it looks blue. I'm not sure, but wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely looks like a asteroid, an illuminated asteroid. That's pretty cool. I know, it's exciting. In this sun, in this sun. This whole day has just like flown by for me. I woke up about 9 o'clock, right? I kind of slept in, but not that bad. But at 9:30, we discovered a fire behind our house. Like somebody had put a dumpster on fire in this apartment complex behind us. So I have video of that, this fire and then the fire truck showing up and it started off like that. But no, the whole day is just blown by. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go have a show. I don't know who this is. Oh, Gail Reynolds. Okay. Well, obviously, huge drag marks left of the Suns. Anybody tell me what that is? Anybody? What do you suppose this is? You tell me. Just based on what you know, just based on what, like process of elimination, it has to be nobody. Oh man. Let's look at the drawing. Okay, so it has to be Matin, Yuri, or Atu's moon. Maybe Atu, because this is a different older drawing. Atu, I think, is in some of his drawings pushing over to the sun, towards the sunlight. Hey, whatever, Dennis is here. You never got a notification. Oh my gosh, Dennis. That's annoying. I don't know how that works. I schedule it through StreamYard. I would assume it would, notify my subscribers. That's annoying, but it's not surprising at the same time. But you're okay. We spent the first, I don't know, 15 minutes having technical troubles. So you really haven't missed much, honestly. So, okay, back to this picture. I'll go ahead and tell you it has to be Yuri. It's left of the sun. It's too big. The streaks are massive. They fill the whole sky. So Matin cannot do what we're seeing because it's too small. But yeah, it's huge. Just know this. It's huge and left of the sun. It's Yuri. Let me see where you're at. Let's see. What I'm seeing is this huge curve, you know? Yeah, that's what we saw. Yeah, that sunlight's over here. Back this way Atu. Like right where she starts filming is where Atu is. Yeah. All right, we'll sleep. There's some from Anne. I don't think I saw these yet. Does it look new? Okay, pretty, pretty. She's like me. She likes to filter, which is great, but not over filter, which is even better. Pretty. I mean, I like seeing, yeah, see how those slants, anyway, right side of the sun's to me from what I'm seeing. Interesting, strange, really, and lumpy, bumpy asteroid texture. See it more, more as in planet, like you can, the bottoms of layers, that tells you everything too. Like, our sky, and then you start with Ceru layer, Saturn layer, yellow moon layer. Like layers and color changes per layer. Oh yeah, wow, that's nice. Again, perfect. Like yellow moon, ice Saturn. There's more layers here than I don't know. But I would say this would be Ceru. It's like, what's this? I don't know. But that's very layered. Wow, look at that. That's so weird looking. It's just clouds. I don't think anything of it. You all know, I know, and I've been there. We all were there before, not seeing this, so I get it. Oh, here's Lineca. Good. Let's look at Lineca's pictures. Pretty. All right, definitely has to be yellow moon. The sun is here, right? So it's right of the suns is what we're seeing. Look at this. Wow. All right. I zoned in for the lead object. It's right there. I don't know. It helps me to find the lead object. And then from there, I can branch out and, I know it, when I know the lead object, where that is, I can see, okay, well, here's the edge for yellow moon. Like I've figured out where to look for what. And then I sat him right there. But yeah, tons of asteroids. I mean, that's what this is all about. Streaks. Tons. I mean, just nonstop all the way. I know we've named a few asteroids. We have names for them just because we see them so much. But I would say infinite numbers of asteroids. I know. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. Hey, experimental is here. All right. Good to see you. Glad you made it. Who's lurking? Just lurking. Uh-oh, interwebs. All right. Well, bummer. But at least you made it. Horrible internet today. Wow. I didn't. So far, mine's been clear. I mean, except for my mishap early on. Oh my gosh. I really wanted to delete the whole show and start over. I did not want to have that as a lasting memory. Oh well, but without doing that, I'd lose everybody. I don't want to lose everybody and start over, so I'll just suck it up. Okay, I'm looking for Matem. only because I'm curious. I'm I'm thinking, see that it usually clips into the bottom or top, or sorry, top left of the sun. So, and you know what else I see is this very cube shape. Okay, right where it's supposed to be. But I'm looking at this right here. Like, why is it rounded right there? Or am I seeing the round edge lead object? I'm not sure. Okay, moving on. More of the same, more planet and asteroids. Oh man, look at that texture. I mean, that just looks bizarre, wouldn't you say? Yeah, it does. I gotta go back and look at the chat. I don't want to miss a thing. Well, yeah, it took time to adjust learning as they came in and then grew before our eyes. Wow. See, I know Carol Ann, she has been part of this since it started, basically, since Sam came out in 2010. That's when he made his group, Montana Skywatcher, and disclosed the information. And he started going um, as recording interviews with different people. And those interviews are still available on YouTube. And yeah, that's what he initially started out, and then later he made his own shows, for YouTube, and those are out there too. They're legendary. So, but anyway, forgot what I was getting. Oh, but basically, right, people like Carol Ann have watched them come in since they were very little. Like they were just dots where you needed a telescope. Never, of course, Sam says he never, ever, ever dreamed they would be what we're seeing today. Never. Like he knew they would, show up from a distance, he thought, not what we're seeing. That just was not part of on his radar. Look at those little stripes. Those are cute. Okay. Whoever thought asteroids was cute? No. Anyway, but yeah, that's what they would be from. Again, more asteroids and possibly even crafts. I know, I mean, we see some triangular shapes here and there, so I do. Very lavender. How pretty. I would say actually related, but well, it is actually related. Not, I would say the color, is coming from a nearby purple planet. I think we're maybe repeating now. But I love this one the most, Linica, with that lead object right there. That one is so cool. That would make a perfect comparison. Really. Yellow moon. And you can see, well, this whole cloud appearance is different looking, right? It doesn't look anything like here or wherever. So we know how to decipher them now. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Jerry, I, what is it? I've seen this effect many times from the groups. Yeah, I mean, right. Well, here's what I see when I've seen, we know Nepicity makes a striped band of fingers, right? And I've seen, this effect happen in real photos. This one does look a little iffy to me. I would be inclined to, check it against an AI checker. But we do see this effect, and that's just it. It's funny how AI is making pictures and videos that match exactly what we're seeing with the binary system. That's what yeah, there definitely are. They're even making videos of fires, like we're seeing all these fires, and now there's all these AI fire videos. And I don't know, I'm wondering if it's because um, they're going to have to try to make people think that, oh, well, that's just AI. I saw a picture, that's AI. It's not real, just to kind of, people just blow off what is real, thinking it's probably AI. That's one speculation. Uh, anyway, who knows? It's actually worrisome where we're headed in 20 years, and you may not get to where you know what's really real. It's all okay. It is, isn't it? Good. AI dislike. Right, right. Very much. Oh, I know. I know. And right, we can't, well, I don't know. This person was going on and on. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. And this right here, after another round of storms, St. Louis, they were talking about the clouds being blue. They could not believe how blue the clouds were. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of see that. But, well, what's blue around it? Matim. Matim is a blue planet. There is, green blue coming from Ceru. And I don't know, behind that picture, the other direction is Nibiru. So is the blue being hard to say, but there are several things out there contributing, as well as look how white illuminated the sky is. Like it's highly illuminated. There's a planet cutting into the sunlight, causing it to be extra bright. I don't know. I thought that was a cool picture, really. And they were just blown away. So I love it when you get a picture like that. That's where we started. That's where we started. I have not seen these from Katie Joe. I don't think I have. Maybe I did. I don't know. She sent me a bunch of pictures last night. Yeah, I did see some of these. Like that's gotta be asteroid. More than one, I would think. See, look at that. That's pretty cool. That's actually an awesome picture. I'm like, is that the moon? Or I'm like, not even sure to be honest. Now that I don't think it is. It's very small. If that's just an asteroid, that's really vivid, Okay, interesting. Wow. Okay. Again, more heavy haze. I see yellow moon very well right there. Well, also, something else I noticed is like that looks like a sea trail. Okay, I mean to a lot of people, but what I see are the edges of the planets make that appearance of a sea trail. Is that what I'm saying? I feel like definitely as they spray the skies, it mimics what the binary system makes on its own, for sure. But I do notice the edges of the planets a lot of times appear as trails. That was a long way around of saying that. See, like here's another edge, right? Yes, slant. But a lot of people not knowing would just be like another sea trail. Just something I noticed over time. Right, hey Carolyn, I agree, but I I know. It's it's like there's no really telling, what the bigger plan is with all of that. Like I heard, I don't know, I want to say it was Bezos, but don't quote me on that. But he was basically saying, water for human consumption was getting in the way of having enough water for the data centers. And I'm like, this is maddening. Like, what? All right, there's another edge right there. Yeah, cool. Anyway, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Really, I don't. Like, we've made it how long without a data center that I'm aware of, and now it's just it's all they can talk about. I don't get it. I was gonna say, I know it has to be this lady in Indonesia. Her sky is always, it never not look like, anyway, look at that a minute. It's just always consistently, I don't know if it's smog or haze. I don't know. Could it be smog? Yeah, maybe. I'm not really familiar with smog, but I'm just wondering, I'm like, is it her city or is it something with her location and the binary system? Nonetheless, there's Saru. See, that's a perfect example of Saru. Cool. I like that one. Katie Jo lives on the East Coast near the ocean. Yeah, fantastic. Right. Right. About the blue in the sky. Right. Yeah, you could tell we had never seen it like that before. And I have. I mean, it's not all the time, but I have kind of seen things like that. Look at that curve right there. That's a cool picture. Upper right, all it can be is yellow moon that high up, and that circumference of the curve is too small to be nice Saturn. It's too small. There it is again. There's that. There's the sunlight. Isn't the sun pretty? It's strange, isn't it? Well, when you got a planet clipping through the middle of it, it's going to do that. It's almost like smoke, but I don't probably, is it? Could it be smoke? I don't know what kind of fires are happening, possibly where she is. I was gonna say that was a good example too of planet cutting right through the middle of the sunlight. So this is kind of just bouncing off of, here's the sun that we can see, and that's bouncing off. I did see this one earlier, also from Andy in UK. Look at that. He's been in Sam's group. I think he started about the same time as myself and Jesus and Julian. Cool. All right. But this one, yeah, look at that. Obvious downward pointed effect. I choose moon. Let me find the drawing for that. It seems like we did this last show and it was the last drawing or something. Yeah, there's one. This is an older version, but hey, downward pointed effect. Atu's moon in front of Atu. But I have seen it where it's not always in front of Atu. So I have seen it, the downward pointed effect here, and then Atu like just right beside it, or sometimes they overlap. Yeah, cool. It just dawned on me. Oh, never mind. Um, Bear with me. I'm gonna close this out. There we go. Back out of here. Very vintage in Tasmania. Okay, let's look at these. Well, we know Jason is in Tasmania too, so we get to see multiple versions or sites. But the asteroids here, obviously, uh, you know, look at that. That's so interesting. And that, like, do you all do what I do? I just sit there and like look at every little spot. I know I'm not alone. That almost looks like a carrot. That's silly. Okay, what's over here? I'm just thinking, why is it so red as well? It's not the red asteroid because it's not the right location. I mean, this one would be more likely to be the red asteroid than that one because the red asteroid at this time is to the left of the sun's. And anything I talk about being on the right side or the left side, they stay on those sides. They don't cross the suns. If they do cross the suns, it takes several months to cross over, and then it stays on the other side for several years. But that has not happened in like I don't know how long, many years. Like okay, last time I saw a planet cross the suns was Nipicity went to the left side of the sun, and now it's completely far, far right. You see what I mean? But it took years for the change. Neat. Wow. Close up of you know what asteroids. Let's see. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, we see the slant right here. So that tells me right side of the sun. Probably lead object is right here. Like this is a super close up. You know, lead object, yellow moon on Saturn. Yuri. That's pretty neat. That's crazy looking textures. Yeah, Mary does. Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree. She's got a great view. Like she's up on top of a mountain or something, you know, overlooking the skyline, usually. Okay. Andy was funny when Andy started. Oh, right. Yeah, young, funny Andy. Right. I know. I know. He's super talented. This is just like the picture we saw earlier. I don't know if you remember or not, but yeah, the big streaking left of the suns. It's gotta be Yuri. Interesting. Okay. And look at the illumination. It was just like those videos we were seeing, um, the Mexico webcam videos. Look at that huge flaring planet rotating into the sunlight. All right, cool. We're repeating now. Here, we look at that again. That's excellent. It just goes to show, you know, here's the drawing from February 2025, right? And we see asteroids at a slant in front of Uri. Well, it doesn't get much better than this, right? I mean, at least dark, all of that curve for Uri. Let's see. Pretty rainbow. Nice. Sherry, Canada. Wow. That's pretty cool. If I was on my phone, I'd be saving that for my eye candy video. Okay. Wow. Golly. That is so weird. I mean, the only thing that looks like that is asteroids. Like, there's nothing else in the binary system that has, you know, this particular look. And the only thing that could possibly, you know, be similar is crafts. But I don't think that was crafts. Very colorful rainbow effect, colorful asteroids. Up until this, I never really thought about asteroids being colorful. I don't know. I just pictured them being gray. You know, not that interesting. but they're actually multicolored. Here is Jenny, or Jenny. Let's see. Let's look here and see. Okay, well, you can already see a shadow right here. And this, I was like, is it Ceru or is it Isatum? It's one or the other. I want to say, let's look. Okay, if that's planet, because I also see the next one here. I feel like this is Isatum and that's Ceru, tending to sunlight. And then Yellow Moon is right here. Lead object right there. And then probably Matin. Yeah, it's kind of rounded there. So cool. It's all there. It all checks. So I mean, you can see a dark edge right here. That's got to be Yellow Moon. So neat. Even when you don't think you can see it, you really can. Like you can just pick it out once you start looking for the straight edges, the slants and such. I gotta check the chat. Say hi, everybody. Who am I missing? Hey, Tara's here. I see Tara. Hey, Tara. What is it? You know, if there's 1 minute. You're good. Yep. You didn't miss much. I had trouble like the first 15 minutes of the show with Mike. Oh, gonna haunt me forever. It's gonna haunt me. Anyway, a strange sun pick. Let's see. See if anybody's added anything new since I've seen it last. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Let's look at this one from Tony Dean. What stands out the most is all of that. I'm like, is that, I mean, that fits the size of Matim lately. So, yeah, I would say definitely Matim planet right there, which is, that's so small, you know, compared to the other ones. Yeah, that's kind of strange. Wow, wow. That's pretty neat from Faith, and she's in Texas. Yep, you already know. Planet, or yeah, planets clipping into the sunlight. Wow, what in the world? Spirited apricot. Okay. Hugely dark shadow. Make it bigger for you. There it is. What? Thank you, Crystal Kate. Wow, it's good to see you. What a surprise. Yay. I really appreciate that. That's super, super thoughtful. Good deal. Good, good, good. That helps out so much. I know you know. I mean, just to be able to pay our expenses is all we ask. So it makes me feel better about things. Okay, looky here. This is for you. Oh, wait, get back up there. Yeah, do your little dance. They're cute, little triplets. Oh boy. All right, all right. Well, it's good to see you. It's nice to have you too. Haven't seen you in a little while. Yeah, I know. Well, and then we have this. I'm guessing it's moon. I maybe it is the sun. It's just really darkened, right? It does. I was asking for sun fix. I bet it is the sun. Okay. Oh wow, that's weird from Katie Joe. You guys, what? Okay, so what I'm thinking of is I'm thinking like, okay, so what would be right here? Could that be the lead object? I don't know. And then there's something above it. Well, we know my 10 is in this spot, but ultimately objects clipping into the sunlight. That's that's why the sun looks so weird and distorted all the time. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, when you see, pulling out on both sides, that's obviously a planet in that Nibiru. Same thing for, light pinches. That's a cool one. There's a bunch of good ones in here. I have not seen all these. Neat, neat, neat. You got the slant for the asteroids here. That's so consistent. Like you could take your own pictures and daily look at your own slants, okay? For asteroids. Because it's always there. Like it's never not there. There's never a time when there's not slants like that left of the suns that match right up to what Sam is drawing. He's specifically in his drawings, there are always the slants. What in the world? Let's see. Who is this from? I have proof of two suns, 8-2-14, Neoterra. Okay. Well, yes, I'm convinced. Wow. I don't think I've seen this one. I don't think I've seen this one. I gotta go back and save me a copy. It does look like two suns. Yes. What's this? Well, I don't know. It's a little suspicious. Like I'm already like wondering what's wrong with this picture, only because it's the exact same size as the sun or a sun. And we believe our sun is behind the binary, so what we're seeing is the binary mostly. But you know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. I'm suspicious if it could be taken through glass, is all. There was a time though when like the yellow moon was this small, and I'm like, but no, that doesn't fit. We'll save a copy for Sam. Let's get Sam's opinion because I think he would be suspicious too. I don't know. Oh, it's little Mittens. Here she is. Make her guest appearance. Yeah, I know. She's here to get me for something. She's, yeah, persistent. That's a pretty halo. Awesome. Obviously, more planets cutting into the sunlight. That's the whole answer for why the sun looks so distorted. It just is. Also, you can, I see a very slant edge right here, especially right there, right? You see that. Oh, neat. That's a neat one. Only because of the slanting going upward, we know that's exactly like Sam's drawing. That's all. It's just boy. And then we see an edge right here, curved edge at that. Watch out. You can't walk on my computer. You gotta go way out down here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? More everything. Asteroids and planets. Oh my gosh. I mean, there are, look at all these streaks. There's infinite streaks too on this one. The most sea trails I counted being sprayed during like a 3 hour time period at sunset was a shade under 30. It was like 28 And that was like very heavy. It was a very heavy evening. Otherwise, I don't really see that many seatbelts. Yes, it is, Tara. Very, yeah, you read my mind. I'm glad you made it. Let's see. Just checking out the chat, making sure you've got nothing I'm missing, questions, or, I just now saw that. Yep, that's true. Hey, Laura made it. Hey, Laura, you're here. Good to see you. Yeah, you have to remember Saturday. Yeah, your whole weekend basically is for us. Just remember every weekend. Yeah, that's about it from 2 or 3 o'clock on. At least this show is manageable. I mean, I'm going to keep it a 2 hour time frame just because I feel like when people see 7 hours or, more than six on a show, it's just a little overwhelming and too much to tackle. I like our show, of course, right? I feel like some people just would rather not, you know, jump into something so long. So I want to keep this one shorter. But that's partly the reason. Okay, here's this. I'm trying to remember exactly what Sam explained this as. I Because we have some like this where he says it was an asteroid cutting into the sunlight. That's awfully big. We'll have to double check. I'll have to put that on my list. Ask Sam. I don't remember if that's an asteroid. Oh my gosh, right? Then we have a sun, a crescent flare. I'm losing what I'm supposed to say. What happens is, see, look how big this is. This is the sunlight passing behind an object and peeking out on the other side. So there's something here. Well, all that's here right now is basically 10 asteroid, that particular size. It's too small to be a 10, but this is the edge, the right edge of an object. Sunlight peeking out from behind it, like reaching around behind it. Yeah. That is so weird. For a minute there, I thought, is that mirrored? But no, it's not. It just looks, I was curious about this. You know, interesting. Like, what is causing that? Usually, I want to say it's a cube. Okay. I do see, look at there's a slant up. Is this a cube right in there? Because is that why it's doing that? There's something causing this to happen. And I do, yeah, I think so. I really do. It's top left of the sun's. Anybody else see that? Oh my gosh, and yeah, that's so nice. The mother of Skywatchers. Wow. That's super. That's a huge compliment. I'll take that. I'll take it. So that's pretty neat. All right, let's get classical and get have some relaxation time. Okay, let me get back. Yeah, backlit crescent flare. Thank you, Tara. I kind of, that happens. T. Racy says they are not dedicated sky right. I don't remember what I was saying when you said that though. But I agree. That's so nice, you guys. I love that. That's wow. Touching, very touching. I love it. I know you guys do too. I mean, I'm so happy we found each other. I really am. It's brought a lot of, nice things to my life, really. Getting to know everybody. I think back now before, and I mean, I was doing this and that anyway, but I didn't have the meaningful relationships I have now, by any means. So it's been really, really great. Get to find people all around the world. I mean, that's pretty special too. Look at that. Wow, what is happening that's making the sun do that? I'm just thinking something, because right now there's not so much, well, Saru above, I'm going to say it's Saru. Cool. That's pretty cool. That's not by any means normal. What is that? Well, we do see Saru clipping into the top of the sun. That's pretty neat. And see how even the pinch is at a slant because Saru is kind of at a slight tilt. That is great. I don't know what that's from exactly. And then there's a slight pinch right here. I'm like, is that from the Tim top left corner? I think so. Man, these are great pictures. I have not seen these yet. Oh, yeah, maybe so. A cube. Are we on the same pictures? Carolyn, you think that small, this one is a cube? It has, there's times when it does clip into the sunlight. Like it's always top left somewhere. I know, Tara, I know. It's kind of crazy. I gotta add that to my collection. I've seen several red suns. Makes me wonder if they're in areas where they have fire. What is this? Let's see. Let's investigate. I mean, it doesn't look like he's in the car. I like saw the car, and I'm like, no, it's just a parked car. It looks like a mailbox right there. So, like, they're standing out in their front yard, right? Wow. What if? Two suns? It kind of fits. I mean, this side appears bigger than this side. We do have Saru clipping them both off. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to save this one too for the show Saturday. I'd love for Sam to see this, see what he thinks. God, dragging. Can you only imagine what it looks like out in space? I mean, I want to go up an old rocket, take some binoculars with me, and get a look. That's like, golly, oh my goodness. More dragging, more more dragging and clipping. Man, that's a good one for my collection too. I don't know how many sun pictures I've saved over the years. Obviously, a lot. Okay, see how we have an indentation here. It's just interesting. There's an indentation on both sides. Okay, definitely related to clipping, but see how flat that is at the top as well. And that is interesting how there's just a band at the bottom. I don't know. That was, I'm thinking of all the possibilities. Yeah, yeah, I was thinking, I think we're like, got a delay between what you're seeing, like maybe a few seconds or something, or I'm just seeing it late. It could be that. Laura says, very interesting. Right. I know it actually is. I mean, because when you really get to looking at it and thinking, well, what would it have to be to make that happen? Well, there's only so many things. Right. Okay. Let's see. Back out there. Another very stretched out sunlight. That was almost looks square, doesn't it? Almost. Yeah, it does look square. Okay, so let's say this is Saru, and let's say possibly lead object, and then possibly tan asteroid. That would be one reason why the sunlight would just be, smashed into a strange shape. Okay, well, you either know or you don't know, but yeah, yellow moon, Isatum, Saru layers, like Saru, Isatum. You can see its edge right there, especially, and then yellow moon is all that, especially that color. Sam even has one of his drawings that he made Isatum noticeably orange looking, because it was doing this. It was just looking so peachy orange. Mm. Oh yeah, I always love all these. I save every one of them like this. I'm just drawn to it. So we already know. I'm gonna say it again though. It's Sarah Rue clipping into the sunlight. Pretty neat. Wow. It's not a simulator. I think most of you know how I feel about that, but no, no, absolute. I mean, I would just be like, I can tell you where to start. Okay, let's see. Well, obvious shadow right there, and obvious curve, really, when you get to looking at it, right? So that would be Ceru. I don't know what time this was taken, but as the sun goes down, this part of Ceru, well, no, I'm gonna take that back because I'm like, no, but what I was gonna say is Ceru starts up high like this, and as the sun goes down, it lays down across the sun. But now that I look at it, I see Ceru is right there. Hopefully you can see it like that. Yeah, for sure, Ceru. Okay, so this is ice Saturn. Which, you know what? I'll just add, this is new for me to see Isatum like stretch across the sky over the sun. Usually, usually it comes to about here, right? Usually. No, now it's a change I've noticed. Of course, pinching, pinching, pinching. Neat. Oh gosh, there's that. There we go. I gotta take copies of these so I can have them. Internet issues. Uh-oh, gosh darn it. That's usually me. At least my camera is not glitching. I don't have that to worry about. I really did not want to change cameras, right? But um, I don't know. I researched it a little bit. I tried resetting my camera, and all I got back was it could possibly be a driver issue, camera driver. I don't know. Had to change it. Okay, let's see. I'll see if there's any more worth jumping into. Otherwise, we're gonna look at a few more pictures. Oh wow, that's pretty neat. Yeah, that reminds me of those Mexico webcams. Let's keep going. Boy, there's so many too. This was a great response from people. Awesome. There it is. Show me a strange looking sunset. That's what we saw. Let's see. I think we saw those. I don't remember. I don't think we saw this one, but of course, Atu's Moon and Yuri. And wow, interesting. Yeah, look at that curve. Golly. Wow. That looked like a time lapse just for a second. I don't know what I was seeing. Okay. Like Sam calls this micro clouds, you know. Yeah, that. I mean, what I'm saying is this very downward pointed effect as well, right? And once you see the downward pointed effect, then you know, well, red asteroid is typically like right in here. Cube is usually right there, you know, and then like Attu's moon and Uri like behind that. Typically, let's I haven't pulled up any of Tara's pictures since she's been here. Let's go look at her post and see. I wanted to go look at your post, not your page. Oh, you know what? That's why I gotta do it differently over here. Okay, let's take a look. This was posted a long time ago. All right, October 2025. Okay, I remember this one. I fell asleep and let it run till 10:48 at night. Okay, neat. Okay, I can close that. No, let's see. You can see like movement right in there. Let's back it up a second. It's just so subtle, all this moving around because your eye, I don't know, for me, my eye kind of focuses on this when the action is up here. Like that's the bottom of the planet drifting over your head. I know, Carolyn. I do because I, I do have trouble sometimes. The main trouble I have with internet is on TikTok. Like I haven't gone live on TikTok from my computer in a really long time because it ends up, you know, having stalling and freezing up. I should try it again sometime. Here's all that moving. See that? You can see it's all of it. I'm like, it seems like absolutely most of what we're seeing are other planets' clouds. So that is neat. Wow, Tara. I don't remember this part. Maybe I haven't seen this. Surely I have. Look at that. I like how you let it go for so long. You know, like just set it and forget it. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at all the shadows, basically. How dark it's getting. Dark, dark. Fast forward. Yeah, it's really dark. Okay. I love it, Tara. I love this part. Look at this. Yeah. Of course, asteroids here, just so you know. The whole street in the sky. When was this? May 2026. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Wow. Busy, 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 busy. I was gonna say we haven't seen much of Nipicity yet today, but to me this looks like Nipicity. We got the sunlight. I mean, it's kind of close to the suns, but these vertical fingers and such, yeah, and that banding. Wow, gosh, golly, every little dot, every little streak, asteroids. That's look at that on both sides. So, cube crashed. We got it pegged. It's top left of the suns. Long box cube. Is that it? I don't know. I do see this rectangular dark patch. Probably lead object in here. See those little lines going through it. Kind of small, but I don't know if I see anything else that would fit. 7:42 in the morning. Awesome. Yeah, we've been seeing the same. I have a lot. If it's what I've been seeing, it's Yuri. Like we've been seeing that effect a lot. These are cool, Tara. Very, very cool. It's like edge. Is that Nepicity? It kind of looks like it. See these little vertical fingers going across the sky, and it's tilted, which Nepicity has a tilt. If that's Nepicity, that would mean this dark, dark blue here is Nibiru back behind it. Yeah. Okay. I think. Okay. Yep. Wow. 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 Yeah, this is definitely Nepicity. That's what Nepicity does. It just fans out like this. You see these vertical striped effects. Awesome. Awesome, Tara. Wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's definitely Nepicity territory. When you get that far to the right of the suns, yeah. And it's been in that spot area for, I don't know, a year maybe. I don't know, quite a while. Consistently. Like it's gone out moving around. There's Tara. Hey Tara. Here's our t-shirt. She's our model. That's cool. I'm suspecting something is here clipping into the corner of the sunlight. I'm not exactly sure. It's straight across right there. It's too low to be a cube, I would think. Huh. But it has a very cube look to it. Straight, do you all see that? Straight line, straight line. I don't know. That's unusual. But yeah, you do see a shadow here, yellow moon. And then, of course, ice atom, more shadow. Oh, and you do see the edge. It's such a hint, but you see the edge right here for lead object. See it from a distance a little bit better right there. Neat. Ah, cool. Oh, it is 4 o'clock. I decided I'm going to go extra 15 minutes just because we got a late start. Not because I'm just trying to, look for excuses to make it longer. I would, but I don't want to get that started. Atu's Moon, though, and Yuri. Definitely Atu's Moon there, how dark and round it is. So even when there's no, clouds in sight, you can still see their shadows really well. Interesting. Big dark bulge. Awesome, awesome. That's like Ceci's last night. He was so excited with his sky. It was fun. It was just like this. I'll do one more. Let's see. Oh wow, that is amazing. Raw rose green. Wow, gosh. It's got to be yellow moon. And I Saturn. That's amazing. That's so perfect. I gotta save a copy. Isn't that? Ooh, I want to. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, 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 right. So I would say, let's see, because they're still overlapping. I'm like, is this yellow moon here? Like that, or is this yellow moon? I think that's yellow moon. And then I Saturn right here, and still got Sarah back behind it. Neat. Oh my goodness. The prominent edge right there. Gotta be X's moon. And then that's gotta be Yuri. How amazing. Oh my gosh. I would love to have that for my sunset. That's what I want. If I could place an order. Tracy says, don't overdo it. I know, T. Racy. I totally agree. I definitely agree. Let's see. You know what? Let me see if I can find something real quick. Let me see. I made all these folders, and I'm like, I'm gonna close that down a second. We'll make this our finale. How's that? I found one of a slideshow from pictures that T. Racy sent me. I don't know what's on here. Let's find out together. Let's look and see. Okay. When was this? I think it's past December, I think. Oh, no, December 2024. Okay. Me too, Laura. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. Laura showed up last night in the chat right at the very end of the podcast, like the last 5 or 10 minutes, maybe. But I was like, it's better late than never, right? But you got here early on this one. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Look at that curve. Wow. It could be Atu, even with it that curved. Like Atu's moving in front of Atu. Maybe. Thank you, Laura. That's yes, it is a little bit of hard work. You know, it's busy work. It's not hard, but yeah, I know what you mean. Right. At that texture, yellow moon. But yeah, it's very time consuming, to put it all together. But I love it at the same time. It's great. Hmm. Awakened is here. Awakened Earth Eagle is here. Good to see you. Glad you made it. Again, we meet up again. These are pictures from T. Racy, a folder I had made in December 2024, just so you know. it's kind of funny. We were like just like this how many hours ago? Like 12, like 15 hours ago, something like that. 16, 17. Yeah, not that long. We just like this. When you get sassy in here, we'll be all set. Interesting. That pinch at the bottom left of the sun's curve. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look how huge the sun looks there. I mean, oh my gosh. I I do I don't want to say I worry, it's not the right word, but yes, I'm concerned about the sun's coming closer to Earth. Like that's the last thing we would want to see happen. And it makes you wonder, is that why it's also another reason why it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter, you know, two suns heading our way. I mean, Sam, oh, hang on. Yeah, Sam kind of believes that's the case, that they are moving our direction. Let me get that address for you. Hang on. Awakens. I'll put it up on the screen. Email me if you want to email me at that email address because I check it the most often. Skypix for Sam at Gmail. That'd be great. Cool, cool, cool. All right, Skypix for Sam. When you ask for my email, I'm like, truthfully known, I have like so many email addresses. I was like, which one should I tell them? But no, the one I check the most that makes most sense. Don't ask why I have obscene email addresses. But that's what happens when you have to like remake accounts and I'm somebody else today. Oh man, surely I'm not the only one, right? Look at that. You can't see my cursor, unfortunately, but you do see a huge curved shadow. Everybody else see that? That round shape, like halfway over and up and around. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, just like I was saying earlier, it looks like a sea trail, but I don't believe it is. It's the one that's coming up and clipping into the top left of the sunlight from the ground all the way up, curved. That's Uri. I mean, that's the edge of Uri, but it looks like a sea trail. But like, unless they're just no, I don't think they're even spraying it to match up for Uri. No, I don't. I think it just so happens to do that. You know, because they could never spray where Uri is, at the edge of Uri, every day worldwide. No, but that's what I'm seeing in people's pictures. Yeah, Lyra, if you want to, right, if you want to send pics for us to look at on the show, yes, send them there, and then I'll prepare them, have them ready for next week. That'd be fun. I want to see your pictures. I gotta look at this slant for a second. Slant running through the sunlight, so the slant's from the other direction now. That would be Ceres, Ice and Yellow Moon, just so you know that scenario is what you're seeing there. Yeah, same one. I'm thinking that just right off the bat looks like a Nepicity looking type cloud. And is that a rainbow? My cursor or the video was in the way of my line. Anyway, it looks like a rainbow is happening in the background for Nepicity. You have several addresses. Okay, good, Terry. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. I don't want to be the only one that has 20 aliases. That'd be funny. Embarrassing. Oops. Yeah. Pretty. Well, we know that color scenario is usually yellow moon eye Saturn, right? That peachy pink. Interesting band across the sky. Okay. My expertise is definitely not at nighttime pictures, but I do see um, planets at night. Yes, we do see that. So they are in the skies even at night. Yeah, interesting. I was just noticing those fingers across the sky, these little, bumps, nodules. It can be Nipicity, but lately it's been Ceru. But both Nipicity and Ceru do that. They have these, but they're a little bit different, each of them, okay? But I think based on the timing of this, I would say Ceru. It's been a while. It's been like 2021, 22, Nipicity would have been the answer. It was above the sun all the time. What? YouTube deleted your message with a link. Really? A link to what, Carol? Huh. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Even pics that are older, right? Yes. Oh my gosh. Look at her baby. I was like, what's Mittens doing there? That's not Mittens. Oh, she does look like Mittens. Or he, I don't know. Very similar. Oh, T Racy. Thank you again. That's like encore show. That was the cool part about cleaning out all my videos because I found things I couldn't find otherwise. But like I said, the downside is now I have folders for everything and everything's kind of scattered. So I'll manage. For the email for the show. Wow. Wonder why. I don't know. I've seen I thought you could drop emails links in there, huh? Little baby. I know, cutie cutie. Well guys, it's been fun, hasn't it? It's been fun. Like I said, we got started off on it was a little bumpy. I was just talking away and I kept saying, well, Jesus was the first one. And he said, I can't hear you. And I'm like, that don't say that. I, I was hoping it was just him and not me. Oh, well. You're welcome, T. Racy. It was fun. Actually, I found 3 videos under your name. So we'll have to check them out again. Hey, who's this? Scott. Scotty. Hey, Scotty. How are you tonight? It's not nighttime today. It's good to see your name pop up. Yeah, we're just wrapping things up. Unfortunately, You're in time to say hi, so I like that. Thank you too, Carolyn. Thank you for being here and helping in the chat. Helping it does help really, because I have to leave StreamYard to go to Facebook when we do that. I can't see it, but I know all is well. But still, but let me see. Okay, so we're gonna tell Scotty bye bye, bye bye, Scotty. I haven't decided yet. I have a plan to do a show midweek. And it's I don't know. I mean, I afternoons are better, but I want to do an evening show. I'm getting tugged on both directions on that. What should I do? Take a poll. Somebody tell me. If I do evening, obviously it'd be beneficial for people who are working, all right, and want to be here for the live. If I do daytime, then it's beneficial for people in Europe and other places. So good night, or bye. But yeah, it is nighttime for T Racy. It's like 10:20, I think, for T Racy. It's better than 4 a.m. like it usually is for the show. Bye bye, Laura. It was good seeing you again. I will keep you all posted though, as to what we decide and when it's going to be. I'll try to. I won't try. I will. I'll post. I'll make a post for the show schedule at least maybe the day before. That way you'll have time to see it. What was this weekend? I tried sending you some pictures from South Africa from a friend of mine, but I couldn't get the email to go through. Huh. Hang on a second. I was gonna look at my cell phone. I don't even see it. Let me check it really quick. Let's see if I got it. Did you get some kind of message or? Oh, it's not gonna work. Bear with me. Oh, look. This is faster. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Let's go back, refresh it. Okay. Uh-huh. Sorry, guys. Okay, is it the very first one? I'm like, oh, no. Yeah, I don't have anything since July 25th in here. So nothing current, nothing new. Wow, Laura, thank you for that. Cha-ching. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I will have time. Sure, Carolyn. Yes, I will definitely check it. Yes, definitely. I see messages have been coming through and I'm like, oh crap. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway. 2 weeks ago, Awakened. Let's see. Let me look further back. No. Like everything I have. Like there's a person named Corey. Are you Corey? Like what's your email address? I see a couple from Corey. And I don't know who that person is. And then here's Christopher, T. Racy, Sunda. Here's Sunda. I don't know how we're going to connect. How are we going to do this? I guess try. Are you on Facebook at all? Are you on Facebook? If so, send them on Messenger. I mean, that's like foolproof. Uh-oh. I'm going to go hide. No, I'm kidding. Oh, no. No. Oh, well, things like that happen. It just happens. Oh, look who's here. It's little Diana. You got here right in time to say bye, everybody. Obviously, she's here because she wants something. That must be rough to have needs and wants and not have hands to open stuff, you know? So I'm happy to help. Facebook Messenger is better. Yeah, for sure. Tara. Yeah, it just shoots right through, right? So, well, guys, I am stalling now. I should probably wrap this up and go take care of business and take care of Diana. But Awakened, I don't know what to do as far as I haven't seen your message yet. If you do Facebook, message me if you're on Facebook through Messenger. Or send me a friend request first so that she's lurking. Yeah, but it's because a lot of times I don't see messages if you're not a friend of mine. So that's frustrating. But otherwise, I guess we'll figure it out. If not today, we'll do it next time I see you. We'll just practice run it. How's that? So thank you, Tara. I love you all. And in the chat, have a great Sunday and a great week. Perfect. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you all during the week. I don't know when it's going to be. I'll keep you posted. Like I said, if not, then we'll convene next Saturday for the show, August the 8th. So I'm going to hit the button. I know. See, that's what she said. She just said, treats, please. She's a very polite cat. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. I had a great time. Love you guys too. And we'll be back soon in a few days. Okay, go watch the sky. Take me some pictures and send them to me. All right. Bye bye, everybody. Take care.